Hi everyone. Sorry, I got a bit distracted. I've downloaded a motivational app on my phone and basically it sends me messages. I've got it set for like 20 times a day because not stable. Know what this lighting's going to be like. I don't know. I think the lighting is just not very good. Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So this is a little bit different. I just thought, you know what, I always go on about my belly, and I recently did a video, like if you've watched my videos you would know that I don't shut up about my belly, and I recently did a video on like what I eat in a day for IBS and stuff like that. Even though that's all good and stuff, I just feel like I've never actually spoke about what it's actually like to have like irritable bowel. Like I just thought, you know what, I know it's not everyone's topic to speak about, don't get me wrong, I don't really tend to bring it up. It's just something you don't really want to talk about because yeah, you kind of get a little bit embarrassed. Well, I do anyway. But I just thought this video would be a good way to talk about my experience, how I feel with IBS, and then maybe if it's similar to someone else, or you know, the tips that I give might help someone. And likewise, if anyone else goes through this, then please just let me know, because I am so open to anything and trying anything, because God, it's just nothing really works for me, if I'm honest with you. But I just thought I would take it right back to the beginning and just talk about this so I don't get off topic, because I always get off topic. When I say IBS, the doctor said to me, you know, you can grow into it and you can grow out of it. And do you know what, I'm going to go straight back to the beginning. I've also just got a little snack. I've never really struggled with anything to do with my stomach from like all my life, really, to be honest with you. I probably only struggled with my stomach was probably just like eating a lot, like when I was a lot bigger. And that's really the only thing that I ever really had to put up with. And then to be honest, I think it was around the time that I lost my nan, I think I developed this. And on the period of time when I went through that stage of not eating, I think it all just adds up, to be honest with you. So I think it was probably from the not eating, which is just another story, and then probably from losing my nan. I think that's how it developed, to be honest with you, because I think it was around that period of time. I don't know, I've had it for so long now, it's kind of just, I'm like yeah, so I think that's when it first started, and I just kept going to the doctors. Yeah, do you know what, I remember having my first real bad case of it. Yeah, it was around that time, because I was working at a boot store near my hometown, and they kept sending me home because I was so poorly, like to the fact where I was serving customers and I literally was like, I had to get on the floor. It was so bad, it was so bad. I had to go home, and I got into the doctors and they just said, yeah, you know, whatever. They just, yeah, you're constipated or whatever, which was, yeah, true. But you know, like with me, I think IBS goes two ways. You either can't go or you can go, and it's a bit of a mixture for me, but it's more the can't go bit. And I mean, when I can't go, I mean it's like weeks. It's ridiculous and it's so painful. So that was like the first time it ever started, and do you know what, it's just the worst pain in the world. It's like it affects all of your back, and it's just like someone is stabbing you. That's exactly how it feels, and that's even without the bloatedness and how you feel and your mood and everything like that. That was the worst time I had it, and I didn't think anything of it, because I just thought, you know what, maybe it's just a one-off and I'm just, you know, because everyone goes through that. You don't ever think it's going to be an ongoing thing, but it just didn't stop. It literally didn't stop. It was just to the point where it was all the time. And then obviously kept going to the doctors, and the thing is with the doctors, you really have to keep going. You really have to keep going. They keep sending me, even now, they just keep sending me away and just saying, yeah, it's IBS, it's IBS, it's IBS, take this, take this, take this. And I'm like, right, okay. It's just really frustrating. I don't know if anyone else is going through this, but my doctor said to me that she wanted to send me for a scan. And then they rang me and was like, oh, sorry, you can't go for your scan because of COVID. And I'm just thinking, right, okay, but what if something else is going on down there that I don't know about? I know this is like, you know, it's the last thing you want to think about, but it's true. They won't give me a scan until COVID is gone, which I'm just like, right, okay, well, when's that then? This problem has never gone away, so I'm just thinking maybe it could be something else, I don't know. But do you know what, it's really starting to, it just affects everything. Like, it affects everything. And it's just so crap because, you know, like, if you can just eat what you want, like, I would just love to be that person, because I just don't know what I can eat anymore. So then obviously the doctors told me to follow, like, not a diet, but just take things out that I thought maybe was causing it, so I did. And I mean, I try and stay away from dairy now because I do think that's not the best thing for me. I do get quite an upset stomach after dairy. But I went to Starbucks the other day and had a vegan hot chocolate with the vegan cream. And I was so ill. Like, honestly, I was just... So now I'm just like, okay, well, that's a spanner in the works, because now I'm thinking I can't have that vegan cream. So yeah, do you know what, it is just a bit of a vicious circle. And also I tried to do gluten-free, and when I did gluten-free, whatever they substitute gluten with does not sit right with me. I'm so poorly. And at first I just thought, you know what, maybe I was just having a bad day, maybe it was just something else, so I thought I would try it again. And I had a gluten-free paella. What? No. Absolutely not. It was definitely something that they substitute it with. It was awful. So there is a lot of things that I just can't eat. And do you know what, it's just so annoying because I love food. I love food so much. And the reason I'm doing this video today is because I'm literally going through an episode of it right now, and I just thought, you know what, I always feel better when I talk to the camera about my situations, and this is getting me down, so I'm just thinking I'm going to talk to the camera. It'll help me and it might help anyone else who's actually going through this. But yeah, it's just a vicious circle, and I will just show you, like, if you look at this photo here, it's just ridiculous how much I bloat. I mean, and I don't just bloat like a little bit, it's massive and it is so hard, and it's like I'm pregnant. Joe literally gets so scared because he thinks I'm actually pregnant. I'm like, Joe, you can't just develop a baby bump in a day. Like, it doesn't happen like that. It's very scary how round, because it's like a perfect bump. It's just crazy. You've got to deal with the pain. You've got to deal with not being able to go to the toilet or the other way. And you've also got to deal with the bloatedness, which, you know, when you're bloated, that makes you feel like not 100% anyway, does it? I feel horrible when I'm bloated. I don't want to do anything. I feel so unmotivated because I feel like fat, even though, and then that's another thing, you feel so bloated, so it makes you think, like, you start to just kind of dislike your body, but then, you know, next week your body's just going to go back to normal and you're going to be like, for God's sake. But that is another thing with not knowing what to eat. You get so, when I'm having an episode of IBS, I get so scared to eat because that food's not coming out. So sometimes it means that I do go days without eating, which is obviously not good. I do try and, like, keep my liquids up and try and have, like, soups and stuff, but, like, physical food I just can't eat because the thought of it just, like, where's it going? Because, you know what I mean, like, it just, that's another factor to consider. It's just absolutely rubbish when you've got an episode going on and you're just too scared to eat and you're starving. But yeah, it is a really vicious circle. I mean, right now I've got myself a green tea because I know that will help. I think it's a detox one as well, so hopefully it will do some work. But I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of people do say buscopan works for them. and all the other things. But the thing is, for me, it takes a long time for something to work. Like, I don't know why. My friend before gave me a tablet, and she like was suffering through the same thing, but she was on like these really like good tablets for it. So I had one of them. She was like, you're gonna literally, you'll be fine tomorrow, like you'll go. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't go for like a week. It literally took a week to work. And it's the same with Laxato, and it's the same with like Buttercran, anything like that. It just doesn't work straight away. And I know it's not supposed to. But it literally will take over a week for anything to happen. And by then I think my body's probably sorted itself out anyway. I think then that causes me, like, I'll normally go through like 2 weeks of not being able to go, and then a week of, yeah, that. But I think it's because obviously what I take just catches up with me, and then I just go back to square one again. So yeah, I just have to be really, really careful for what I eat. It's just so painful when I do eat the wrong foods. I had a bite out of a taco shell thing, and it's like instant, like instant. You're like, for God's sake, like, oh, for God's sake, like, you just feel it. You feel my belly just expands. It's just crazy. But yeah, like, I still haven't got to the bottom of this. I still, like, I am just going to consider it as IBS at the minute, but whether it is something more, I just don't know. I mean, honestly, if people have got any tips for me, please let me know, because I am struggling. I'm going through a week now, I'm struggling again. And I'm just literally petrified to eat. I mean, yesterday, I can't be that petrified because I had a curry yesterday. Yeah, now I'm just a bit like, I don't know why I did that, because I'm not, it's not the best for me. And I have something that does not agree with me. I tend to build, like, I burp a hell of a lot, and it's not even like a normal, like, I know people burp, it's natural, but no, it's not. It's like, oh God, it just does not stop. It keeps coming out and out and out and out, and it's ridiculous. It's so embarrassing, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, but I literally can't help it. I can't hold it in, and it just makes you feel so disgusting. But that's another thing, I just can't, like, I burp so much with IBS. And honestly, the amount of times I've lay all night, and that's another, I keep saying that's another thing, and that's another thing. When I did have a really bad episode as well. Well, when it kicks off, basically, I cannot sleep because my belly is just so, like, so sore and so painful. I'm constantly having to, like, just like rub it or put like a hot water bottle on it. Before, I was walking home from work, and I literally, I know this just sounds stupid now, but I literally like collapsed, and it was so bad. I managed to get myself back into the apartment. I rang 111, and they thought it was like appendicitis, but it wasn't. It was literally IBS. That's how bad the pain is. Sometimes it is just ridiculous. And do you know, I feel so sorry for Joe sometimes, because the amount of times, bless him, he has literally lay on the bathroom floor with me all night, has not moved, rubbing my back. Like, he's literally like an angel with dealing with this. He handles it so well, because I'm just a drama queen at the same time, but it generally does hurt, and it keeps you up all night, and it's just so, oh, it's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. But then sometimes I do go through, like, I could go through 2 weeks and I'll be amazing, and I'll be like, oh my God, have I grown out of it? Because that's what the doctors said to me. They were like, you can grow into it, and you can grow out of IBS, and it can be impacted by things of like stress and stuff like that, which, you know what, now I am going through the most stressful time ever with 3rd year, so it's no surprise that my IBS is at its worst. But literally, it's just a nightmare. I just want someone to be giving me a tablet, and that'd be it. A few things that have helped me, this is like obviously why I wanted to do the video as well, is just to say like what has actually helped me, and what have I suggest if I was just starting to get it, like if I was going back to the beginning, what would I suggest to myself? Like, number one, just, I feel like, just be consistent with the doctors. it takes a while for, I know it sounds really bad, but it does take a while for them to listen. I'm still going now, and it is a nightmare because you just want to get it sorted, but you do just have to keep going back to the doctors, and then they can see like a regular record, kind of, you know, something's wrong here kind of thing. Use the service, you've got it, but at the same time they can't send you for a scan at the minute, so it's a bit frustrating. Number 2 is actually like a form of exercise. So I actually find that running really helps. I don't know what happens, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm like moving and getting a bit of movement into like my hips and stuff, maybe. I honestly don't know. I think it's like, you know, when you have a baby and you bounce on a ball, that's supposed to help, isn't it? So yeah, running helps with me 100%. So if you ever like are suffering with that problem, then maybe try a form of exercise. In the mornings, I normally tend to do mine. Coffee, definitely, yeah, coffee is a good one, to be honest. If I have some coffee in the morning, even though sometimes it doesn't work, I can still feel like it's doing something, weird as it sounds. And yeah, your herbal teas, your green teas and stuff like that are all really good for you as well. They can help to flush you out and stuff like that. And then with your foods, I mean, when I am going through this, I try and stay away from like carbs and stuff, even though that's really hard because I'm just obsessed. Sweet potato is a good one though. I did that on my what I eat in a day. Sweet potato is really good. Hummus, and the best thing is probably yogurt because it's a probiotic, and that's supposed to be really good for you as well. Another drink I used to have back, putting lemons in your water as well, that's really good for your digestion. I did a drink, I was like, still, basically, when I was filling Google within like what's going to help me, blah blah blah, it gave me this drink and it was like lemon, honey, apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, and I'm sure that was it. It was a really nice drink, to be honest, plus apple cider vinegar is really good for you anyway. I used to have that, and thinking about it, yeah, that was actually really good as well. I mean, all them things in there are going to help you like to flush yourself out. So that's another good thing to remember. Maybe like herbal teas at night are supposed to be good for you as well, setting you up for the next day. And yeah, I don't know if there's actually anything else that I tend to... Oh. I've had nothing. That was too... I don't know why, but I've got like shredded wheat in a bowl and just snacking on them. I don't even know if they're good for this. Maybe not, but I've got my green tea. Oh, I mean, for me as well, I mean, I tend to try and stick to oat milk rather than milk. Maybe skimmed milk would be alright, but I just try and stay away from that because I do know it makes me feel bad. Like, I had a cream cake the other day and it, no way, like no way, it was so nice, but it just weren't worth the pain after. So yeah, like try and stick to your skimmed milk or like your oat milk. And another thing is, the more I think about it now, the more I think like maybe my body can't process fat, because when I have things that are like things with like no fat in, I don't suffer. It's like I had some soup yesterday, what did I have? I think it was minestrone soup, and that's got like no fat in. I think it was like 0.1 like grams of fat, and I've been fine. Had a curry, no. Oh, that's a parcel, 2 secs. I still need to look into this a bit more. My doctor actually suggested a low FODMAP diet. I've been trying to watch YouTube videos about it and I really don't understand it. But if you know more than me and you're more intelligent than me, then maybe have a look at those, because that's what a lot of people do follow when they have got bad digestion and IBS and stuff like that. Yeah, that could be another thing to maybe try. I also did go vegan for a week before and I actually found that helped. I didn't really have any problems at all. That's really it. I thought I would just do this little video just to explain like what it's really like to have IBS, you know, what are the symptoms of it, and you know, things things to help, but to be honest, I'm still really pushing through this thing myself and still trying to find new ways to handle it and new ways to cope. So yeah, if anyone is going through this and has any advice, then please let me know. Other than that, I'm literally going to finish my green tea now, and that's it really. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's not going to be interesting to a lot of people, but I just thought it was something a bit different to talk about and something to normalise really, because I think a lot of people do actually suffer with this, and you know, like me, I was just really embarrassed to talk about it, but you really shouldn't, because it's literally life. But yeah, anyway, other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon for a brand new one. Bye!